Rob was way down the field, so it was probably not necessary. So no, I haven't seen it yet. That's a big play.
Some of the pass interference calls, I mean, did you get us, I mean, some of these balls looked uncatchable. I mean, how did you think, pass interference is being called in that second half?
Yeah, I mean, you guys probably can see all that a lot better than I can, to be honest with you. Every pass interference call against us, doesn't feel good. If we happen to get one, I'm sure I'm glad. But no, I thought the officials did a good job communicating and had command of the game. I felt as though we're really sloppy. We had personal fouls that are just embarrassing. It's just something that we can't have. So we've got our own work to get better at for sure.
Coach Licata and Anthony Taylor, they're both really good players in the back, and especially on Buffalo they shine. What was your guys' game plan to try to limit their success?
Well, we think it's it starts with their offensive line, Coach Mack's going to tell you that it was not a crazy game plan. Game plans are successful when the guys feel comfortable with it and when they can play fast and react. And we knew that we were going to be into a battle. I mean, they're back and rushed for over 200 yards, like I said, I think the last 2 weeks against good football teams. If my eyes are correct, I mean, they still had their fair share of yards and whatnot. But I felt as though that our guys, for the most part, tackled. There's a couple that we missed, but I thought we got to the ball quickly. And I don't think that we got shoved around, by their offensive line. And then, there was times where he stood in the pocket and had a lot of time. There's also times where the ball was coming out because of a hit to the arm and had a couple sacks. So our guys didn't give in, didn't give up, and kept the pressure. I think we played with confidence. Our guys wanted it back.
Yeah, on that, Pat O'Connor had another great day. Can you talk about his performance today?
Yeah, he is. He's just never satisfied. I mean, he's in the locker room and saying that it was his fault on the last touchdown, which he wasn't even in on, but he was gassed pretty good, and he's just like, man, that's my fault. That's my fault, and I love that about him. I mean, I really do. But he's driven. He wants to be a great player and is willing, to do anything that we ask to be a great player. He's fun to coach.
Talk about another guy that had a good day defensively, who almost got second life after another targeting call, Zappone. Talk about the way you saw his intensity today.
Yeah. He's standing in the back, so I can't say what I really feel. Nah, I love him, man. He's wow, to start at an outside linebacker and to move into an inside linebacker. I mean, that's two different worlds. It's totally different. And again, he's one of our guys that and lives with OC, and he's driven. He wants our team to be great, plays with passion, and plays so hard. And that's twice now that we thought that he was going to be holding my hand on the sideline, and thank goodness for the review. Just a good clean hit. Great football players just have an intensity that is unwavering. We've had some hard times, but they're not giving up in those games. And then so here's a game that we got a chance to finish, and he's one of our leaders.
Coach, how has Campbell Ellison's transition to center been over the past few weeks? So I remember I think it was his first start at center at Florida, and then I saw like a few high snaps, and I haven't seen so many bad snaps since then. How's he transitioning to that position?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing that he's been, working on. You never notice it, right, unless it goes bad. We've got a couple of tall quarterbacks who can jump, so that's saved us and helped us. But he's a senior leader that has just put so much into this program and so much into this team, and that's one thing that he needed to improve on. And so I think there's a little bit of free throw or baseball pitcher of just getting a routine of reminding himself. The center is calling out the defensive front, calling passing schemes. Pass blocking schemes, the run blocking schemes. There's times people are moving, snap counts come in. I mean, it's a lot. And so I think he just needed a reminder, an indicator to snap the ball. you know, you're not just chucking it between your legs, you know, and so he's kind of getting into that, you know, the golf swing, the free throw, the pitcher, of reminding himself that he's got to nail the snap as well, and because it's a really big deal. There's a couple that Reggie, you know, caught high today, and it just disrupts the timing and the read. You know, when you're a gun zone team, it's hard, so Cam's been improving in that area. It's good.
Would you say that as a collective offensive unit, especially with Bolden coming in late, especially with Reggie Bell, you know, many of us didn't see him starting all these football games and getting this playing time. Do you think that collectively the rust is shaking off?
Of our offense?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't call it rust. I think it's, you know, we're a different scheme than they've been, and so there's learning that goes with that, and then just confidence, you know, and you know, next week will be a whole other week. I mean, this is not something that we're arrived. You've never arrived. I mean, we have to collect ourselves and go do it all again. I mean, the first half, and to be honest with you, I feel as though I'm still in the locker room having a great time. You know, I think, what do we have? 3 points at halftime, you know, and we're on the 1 yard line for, what, a half an hour or 45 minutes, you know, and frustrated, you know, it's like, here we go, a 50-yard run, and, you know, it's a penalty. It's like, wow, you know, I mean, there's a wall that's not easy to go down that we got to keep swinging at, you know, and so, you know, the wall goes back up, but when you've knocked it down, you know, one time, then you know you can do it. You can do it again, but it's not fixed or anything like that. But we'll have some good confidence.